I don't know if you heard me say hello then. My mic's acting a bit weird. Oh, howdy. How we doing? Been to see the Odyssey and given blood today. I'm very talented. Oh, well done. I didn't hear you say hello. I said hello, but my mic didn't. Nothing happened with my mic. Hello again. Oh. Why did you give blood? Was it for charitable reasons, or are you finally... I shouldn't joke about you being ill, actually. This is... Oh. How are we doing, everyone? I don't want to fight Melania today. You might notice I look a little different. I am not wishing that Fizzy is ill.
Bloody hell, 4 years.
Refit Man, thank you very much for the sub for 4 entire years. I've done it whenever I can since I was 19. That's the 56th time. That's very nice of you. That's awesome. Well done, Fizzy. That's the sort of thing I'd do if I was a better person. You can actually see. Look, it puts the little seal on your hip. I've never noticed that before. That's new. I have respect. I have upgraded this wiggly sword. And all of my stuff is boosting skills and fire damage. And then these two are things that boost your power. The hope being that we'll be able to boost the power of the L2 enough that we can just melt what's the face with it. And it's not going to work. I'll give it one go and then we'll see why it doesn't work, and then we'll have a chat about it. That's one problem. Mentis Wave. No, that means nothing to me. He's made videos against me. Oh, and he's a libertarian. You nearly had it. No, see, I didn't. That's not... It does a lot of damage. We need... let's combine it with frost pots. Why not? I'm not going to need my lantern while I'm down here, am I? There we go. You a mushroom now. I am. You know what? I suck at this. Wait, these are my kukris. This is my lantern. It's this I want to replace. Why are you a mushroom? All will be explained. There we go. So I have oil and I have freeze pots. Freeze pots for when she jumps in the air, oil for the start of phase 2 when she stays on the ground for a long time. I'm a mushroom because this hat gives you 12% extra damage when there's rot in the vicinity, as does this Kindred of Rots thing. So I'm thinking she's going to rot me at the start of phase 2. That'll give me a big damage boost. But it's getting there. That's the issue. I should spend the extra time to put Blessing's Boon on to counteract the effects of the Flask of Wondrous Physics, shouldn't I? Yes. Try harder to win. I will. Guy who advocates for anarchy capitalism. Well, there's no way I could possibly argue against that. Whatever he said about me is probably spot on. Alright, let's try it one more time. Accidentally drink too many times. I can do part of the... Part of it should be done after walking through here, really, shouldn't it? This is doable. We need to hit her twice and make her panic jump up into the air, and then we freeze her and hit her again, and that should be phase 1. It's just gonna take it. Gonna take us a little while. I don't think I need to ever go two-handed with this. Ashley gave blood recently, but it was for a medical reason. But she is fine. Actually, I have a funny story to tell you about.
Hello there.
I can't believe you thought I was lying about the horrible Ebenezer movie.
I can't believe that's real. Genuinely. Thank you, Glaucus.
Hello there.
Hello, Shaun. How are we feeling today? Is it still warm? Have you murdered the spiders yet? I
That's
think
mean.
she's Millennia. Blade of Mikella. Avodiko emoji. Avodiko emoji.
Avodiko.
Emoji. Avodiko.
Thank you, Crazy Fist. I have not murdered the spiders. I'm worried about one of the spiders. I think it must be a boy. It's got to be a boy. It's not plumping up like the girls of its species do. It's got a narrow abdomen. So I'm either it's male or it's starving despite having food. So I'm going with it's male. And thank you, Crazy Fist and Glaucus, for subbing. The story I have to tell about Ashley is Ashley had to go in for some medical tests. She's absolutely fine. It's just a precaution. But she had to go in for a test where she had to take off her top to see a doctor. And she, for some reason, took off all of her clothes. She totally stripped. And then she put on, one of those like hospital gowns, but you know how they're open on like one side? She didn't know how they worked, so she put another one on facing backwards as well. Yeah. That's like I let her out of my sight for 2 seconds, She is cool. Ash must be protected at all costs. Yeah, see, it was in a ward. I couldn't accompany her inside, So she just immediately gets into trouble when she's out of sight. Sure, the doctors had a good laugh about that. Yeah. No shield. No, I've respect into full faith. I can't carry my old shield anymore. I'm going for a do as much damage with this sword as I can. I'm kind of glass cannon-y right now. Why not just make the gowns close? Yeah, I don't understand that. Might need to go more mana potions here. So we need to basically tank a hit and then just hope we get lucky on the second one. Damn. That's gonna work though. I can feel it. The problem is she jumped, but she didn't go all the way up, she just did a stab. We need that, but she goes all the way up into the air for waterfowl. Then gets stunned. Let's. How many of these can I get off, actually? Three I can do before I need to drink. Okay. Have I turned the tunes off? Have I? Oh, I have. Look at that. It's while I was respecking. I must have switched the music off. Apologies, apologies. I watched the Backrooms movie with Ash, which I liked the first third of, and then thought was rubbish after that. I was like, this is great, up until literally about 30% of the way through. And I was like, oh, actually, it's a load of crap. I felt the opposite. Oh, you didn't like the start, but like the rest of it? Something like that. Too much furniture business. That's the only bit I liked. I was like, yeah, I'm all. I just think I just wanted to watch a film about a guy running a furniture business. I imagine you agree with the sentiment. See, I understand they have to have a little bit of there's a creature that gets you in it, but it should have been like the spoilers for the movie The Backrooms for anyone who cares. The first time he goes in there, it's too explicitly monstery. Like he hears things moving around and then he's looking through a tunnel and he sees a big crash. And it's like the first time he goes in should all be vibes. And then the second time he goes in, it should be 90% vibes and 10% was that something over there? Is there actually something in here with me? And then the final act, you can have something chases someone. But they front load that. They get to that way too quickly. I don't like that. It's not scary if it's just a guy who chases you. That could happen anywhere. The scary thing is the weird space, you know? It should be like mostly nothing and then occasionally like a little weird thing, you know? It's if there had see there should ideally there should never be a thing that gets you or not explicit. But you got to put a little bit of that in. It's just because of the mechanics of the movie industry. But it needed 90% less of that and way more of the start vibes. Backrooms game with zero fantasy. There was a game called, was it Pools? That was that, right? Like there was never any, that was all vibes. There was never anything explicitly there that's like Oh, don't look at it or it chases you. I don't like that as much. Right. Stop running at me. Creeps me out when you do that. Damn. The problem here is that 3 blasts of it do about 95% of our health. It's not quite enough. The other thing we can do is intentionally poison ourselves for a damage boost right before we go in. Right. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling powerful. If I had a little more mana, this would be handy, because I'd save a whole flask on the intro. Also, if I could hit her with the first oil pot, which misses every time, which is really annoying, that would do her. Nah. Can't do a drink and then throw the frostbot. We'll get her. That was not. They're always unfortunately timed, though, aren't they? See, I feel like if we can get through phase 1, she stands still for a long time at the start of phase 2. So I just need to frantically drink, heal my mana, and then I can hopefully, while she's kneeling down, just L2 her in the face over and over until she's done for. It's like a puzzle. Yeah, it is just a puzzle game, isn't it? After a certain point. Nah. She too relentless. If she dodges twice and then does a waterfowl that I stop with an ice spot and doesn't manage to touch me, I think we'll do it. But it's kind of relying on... There is something else we can do to get a little bit more damage out of this as well. There's a pair of gloves in the DLC which also gives a 7.5% boost if you're poisoned or rotted. So we could do that and then deliberately poison ourselves and then try it, but we would be taking a lot of damage. Right. Such a shame about the oil. We might need to do it the poison way. I liked in the Odyssey film when the bow went bong. Oh. Yeah, I want to talk about the Odyssey more. I did like that. I feel like that's... The suitors scene is one... it's one point where the morality of the film kind of wavers for me. Because I liked it up until that. I still, you know, the end's fine. It's just, I'd watched a bunch of spoilers for the Odyssey. Hot new release. I watched a bunch of reviews of it from right-wingers complaining about it. And a lot of them were like, he didn't even kill all the suitors. He didn't kill all the suitors. Some of them were like, he only killed a few of them. The fight scene wasn't that long, you know, stuff like that. And I was like, oh, good, that sounds like good. That's what I want to see. Like, because if you've written a story about a man who, you know, regrets doing the ultra-violence, having him then come home and do, like, a mass slaughter is a bit silly. So I was like, I hope that he kills a few of them and the rest surrender, and that's fine. But not that many of them surrender. It's like 10% of them surrender. And I was hoping that they'd resolve it either like he would give them an opportunity to escape, or he would, you know, maybe there'd be like a, he'd kill Robert Pattinson and then the rest of them would surrender or something like that, because it feels a bit out of touch with the rest of the journey of the hero, you know? For him to be like, you know, maybe it's not right what I've been doing, and then he's like, but all these people are eating all my food and drinking all my wine, so I guess I'm gonna have to, yeah, go John Wick on them. Like, I would have dialed the John Wickness down a bit and upped the... I would have actually specifically had like a little highlight of him choosing in a moment to not do violence that he could do.
Hello there.
Leaving in case of Odyssey spoilers, I've only listened to their greatest hits. I haven't started their studio albums yet.
Thank you very much, Night Sky. Oh yeah, the thing is that the nobody. I agree with that being cut. That is a pun in the original. That doesn't translate well into English, and I don't really give a shit about it. It's like the thing people know about it. But the smart thing in the Cyclops scene isn't some like ancient Greek wordplay. It's not slitting its throat because they realize, well, Odysseus realizes that if they kill the thing, they're not going to be able to move the rock to get out of the cave again. Like, that's him being smart in that scene, you know? Anyway. The world needs badly translated puns on the big screen. Alright. We're gonna do it. This is gonna work. It's not gonna work, is it? It's still not gonna work. I'm gonna have to go back to Great Stars. And just thwap her to death with it. Yeah. We need more damage. But only slightly more. Which means I need to poison myself. Now you can poison yourself in a few ways. You can poison yourself with fetid pots and by eating raw meat dumplings, which I have 27 of. Actually, that's not too bad. These are not renewable, though. I read Emily Wilson's review of the Odyssey, and I disagree with her about a bunch of things. I've been reading more about her translation, and it's really kind of funny how the right-wingers have taken, like, they've been so wrong-footed by so many things here. Like, for those who don't know, one of the reasons that the right-wing chud types think that Christopher Nolan made an air quotes woke version of the Odyssey, by which they mean there's a black person in it, is because he read Emily Wilson's translation.
4 years.
Thank you very much, Datafract. Another 4 years sub. Thank you very much. That's absolutely awesome. No, you see, if you read Emily Wilson's translation, it's, which, you know, I have, compared to all the translations, it's very stark and straightforward and kind of unflowery in comparison to older translations. In a way, it's almost more what a certain sort of person would call masculine, I think, in its sort of eschewing of more poetic, euphemistic language. So, for instance, Odysseus's household has slaves, right? There are slaves. Some characters are slaves, and in the original it says slave. And various translators over the years have translated that to be like servants, handmaidens, attendants, you know, things like that. Whereas Wilson's just says slave, right? Now, it reads as more critical of Odysseus for keeping slaves, I guess. But that's an example where previous translators have softened something in translation. And Wilson has portrayed it more accurately to the original. And I think if Emily Wilson was a man, her translation would be the badass translation. I think it would be like, this is Homer but stripped down and raw and basic and like none of that fruity poetry, you know. This is just we're gonna give it to you straight. They kept slaves, they, you know, it's, but they don't know the difference between Wilson's translation and previous people's translations. All they know is Emily Wilson is a woman who has tattoos, and so it's the woke feminist translation, even though it isn't. Like, they're sort of caught in a little bit of a trap with it, because Emily Wilson's translation is closest to the Odysseus that they want, in that he is portrayed quite unsympathetically as a violent man who, like, keeps slaves and like and like does a bunch of ultra violence to people, you know. Like, that, he's the closest in Wilson's to like that character that they want, which is it's Leonidas from 300. Is what they want of every man of that, you know, portrayed of the ancient world. They want Leonidas. And Wilson's is, in being unsympathetic to Odysseus, is closest to that, because Leonidas and that version of Odysseus are not nice men. They're like violent, cruel, horrible people. See, the thing is, there's no way to do translation, and like an honest translation of something without bringing in biases and without giving a modern interpretation of it, because translation isn't one-to-one like that, especially translation from the ancient world. They're all going to be different. And funnily enough now, Emily Wilson doesn't like Nolan's movie, which is funny. And doesn't like it for some reasons I think are unfair. And some of the reasons I think are fair. But it's a laugh that she has some of the same criticisms that the right-wingers do of Nolan. Would you recommend the Wilson version to someone who hasn't read the Odyssey before? Sure, yeah, it's fine. Like, I guess, like, I can only compare it to other versions. So one of the problems is if you translate something, the translation is a moment in time as well. So there's if it's like, this is from 200 years ago, it's the best translation of the Odyssey. It's like, that's using language that is now archaic to us. Like, it's like, obviously things have to be updated over time, you know. There's always going to be an element of transforming, like, the original script, you know. We rename some things because that made things better. Yeah, like a lot of anime fans do the same thing, where they're like, they demand accurate translations, even if it's, well, this only makes sense in the original language, or it's a pun that doesn't translate, so we wrote an equivalent one, which is all, like, I like that more. I like the I you know, change the text to make it more legible as long as it's within bounds, you know. But yeah, mostly I like. No, look at that. The textures don't merge properly down the bottom there. Isn't that terrible? On the wall. Keikaku means plan. Right. I'm gonna try this. I should eat the dumpling last. In case she takes her time getting over here. Yeah, it was wasted. Okay, we'll try that again. See, Hellworld, I agree, absolutely. Like, how... So, it makes me embarrassed for Americans to be like, I don't want to hear an American accent in something. I want to hear a British accent, as if that is older. It's like, you can have them speak like upper class British people from a few hundred years ago and say thee and thou and stuff, but that isn't any closer to ancient Greek than you today, you know? Then we drink this. Then we go through. Then we drink. Flame grant me strength. Drink again. Eat the dumpling. bro. Oh, that's the one. That's our phase 1. And now that's the problem. That's the next puzzle to solve. What was the plan for that again? Brass shield. It's got to be brass shield, right? I don't need to cast again after that. Yeah, throwing a bubble might be good. I need both things in my flask to get through phase 1 so quickly, though. I just need to survive that explosion. Maybe swap to a dagger with the... or a shield with survive a hit on. Right? That makes you invulnerable for a second. We'll try the shield for now, and then I'll try the invulnerability thing. Oh, fuck. I'm out of frost pots. That was a funny time to find that out, wasn't it? Piss. Alright, can I... what have I done? I put a marker down on myself. 16. Alright. There we go. Oh, what a waste. I wasted a raw meat dumpling. I only have 25 of those or so. The problem is in phase 2 I'm going to be poisoned and rotted and dying from my flask of wondrous physics, which kills me slowly in exchange for a boost. That's good. If she does decide to just chop at me, that's sort of all I can do, sadly. So annoying that the extra damage from the poison is really necessary here. Did you ever get around to finishing Baldur's Gate 3? No. And I never will. Haha. I tried to play a game called Ixion the other day, which looks as though it might scratch a kind of Frostpunk itch. But it turns out, I guess, Frostpunk is really hard to do. Because I ended up not really liking it very much. She did it twice. That's cheating. Close though, eh? You can't just go up again. Hang on. Shouldn't accidentally press buttons, should I? So, hang on. I got a question for you all. In Phase 2, does she count as an entirely new entity? So she'll be vulnerable to being frosted again, right? Does she have the same frost resistance in Phase 2? I don't know why I'm asking you. The only person who ever answers me is Surfman Dave. No one else ever gives a shit. Right. Oh, thank you, Trout. I will trust you. She went too soon. Sorry for not reading the wiki page first. It's completely fine. Right. So we get a Phase 1, like we've been having. Like we had once. Then I survived to Phase 2. Block with the shield, heal, drink. Then I can get a couple of hits in, but she'll do something annoying, which I need to be ready to frost her. And then a couple more hits after that should do it. That's the plan. Just hope we don't run out of them. Look how fast I'm dying before she's even touched me. She missed the first one. Piss. Oh. Every time we do this, we lose one non-renewable resource as well. Annoyingly, I think Wild strikes on a great stars might be might be better than this. The tier that gives infinite FP. It would make me a little more survivable, because I do need to annoyingly drink in the middle here. It would help me if you would run over. Actually, thank you. She was listening. No, keep going. That's us. Oh, go on. I'll give it a try. Nope. I can do it. See, I have enough FP to cast a skill 3 times, and I need all 3 to hit, because each one of them does about 35% of her health. Cragblade. I'm gonna end up back here in an hour with a frosted great stars doing wild strikes at her. I can tell. Well, I'm dead though. Yeah, it's that we need to stop. Because I can't even drink in time. I'm like, drink, 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 drink. That's so doable though, isn't it? I believe. I'm against the concept of non-renewable resource. Yeah, it's so annoying. It's just the easiest way to freeze yourself. Now, annoyingly, freeze spots are really easy and fast to farm a lot of if you have a horse, but I don't know if there's one that's really close to a grace that I can walk across and grab a lot of. Right. We go in. Flame grant me strength. Drink. Poison ourselves. Get the shield out. Swap to the heal. Desperately try and get close enough so we don't miss this. Good. The way I'm doing it, I only get one hit in, and then I can't go for another one because she will be in the air or moving. So I need to wait after the first one, then hit her with the frost, then go again. That still won't be enough. So we need to get lucky after that. Did we get an update on the Odyssey vid? There's one particular guy who I'm watching every day who reacts to... He reacts to that day's box office results in a really cultish way. Like, he predicted that the Odyssey would lose hundreds of millions of dollars, right? And he's been on that for months. And he keeps on saying, no, it's gonna flop. It's gonna flop. And his estimation of what the budget was keeps going up. And his estimation of what it's gonna make keeps going up as well. But now he's at, it needs to make $1.5 billion to break even. He's saying no. Who's gonna finance a movie that needs to make $1.5 billion in order to whatever? Very funny quote from him. Drink. Poison. Shield. Oh, that's not good. We just clipped her with the sword and not the fire. Even his comments are like, dude, it's time to give it up now. Why do they care? Because they see box office results as a poll of, like, not just financial worth, but also moral worth. Like, go woke, go broke isn't just a thing they say. It's like the core pillar of their ideology. They have to believe that companies that, air quotes, go woke, i.e. will cast a black woman in something, must fail. It has to happen. It's like a religious belief for them. It must fail. So when it succeeds, it like fully actually cracks their brains in half, and I love it. Okay. This is the run. It's gonna work. Damn. I froze when she jumped up in the air. I'm sure they have ways of renegotiating it. See, that's what is interesting me right now, right? Because it's gonna flop, it's gonna crash, and then it comes out, rave reviews, audiences love it, makes a bunch of money. So then they're faking it. Rotten Tomatoes are faking the scores. All of the critics have been bought off. No one's actually going to see the movie. The studio is buying tickets to fill cinemas, so it just looks like lots of people are going to see the movie. And the really the amazing thing about it is they insert themselves into the narrative. They think that the studio is doing that to fuck them over, like people on the internet, because they're mad that people on the internet clicked dislike on their movie trailer that had the black woman in it. Like, they think the actors and the people involved in making the movie and the director are like in some culture war with them when they're not. They're not at all. Oh, shit. I've already messed up my opening here. Should be alright though. Sometimes she just barrels over here. That's a loss. They think that the seats thing because someone on the Critical Drinkers subreddit said so, and they don't have any any evidence beyond that. But even really big channels like, and what we're here, what's coming out now about how the studio is buying up tickets, and they also show the same screenshot of just someone on the Critical Drinkers subreddit saying it's true. Right. I believe. I believe. I don't believe. Nearly, though. It makes the same point you have with regards to conservatives not being able to appreciate conservative art due to their racism. Yeah, there's tons of conservative themes in Nolan's movies. Like, conservative in terms of like things that conservatives could appreciate. Like, I think Ben Shapiro he's fighting a losing battle. And I would almost feel sorry for him if he weren't also, a Pratt. But he's trying to do no, there's lots of things about tradition and God and, how you should honor family and be loyal and, things like that. Like, being like, there's lots here for us if you can all look past the fact that there are minorities being cast in it. And they can't. They can't do that. Like, sorry, Ben. It's not working. They're not going for it. Oh, she'll be in the air. Right. Problem is, if I go for free, and she jumps up after the second one, it's a whiff. There's nothing I can do about it. But if I hold off and go for a frostbot, I'm out as well. And I've only got 5 more. Oil. I have oils, but I don't think throwing the oil's worth it. Okay. Here we go. Oh, help me out here, Melania. It's like she knows I have to poison myself. Nope. So close. If she's close enough, sometimes the blade catches her foot on the downswing and that finishes her off. See, now what she's done there is she's done 2 loops of, I get 2 hits in and then she jumps in the air. And she jumps over the 3rd hit. So what I'm going to do this time is be like, I've learned my lesson, I'll do 2, and then wait a beat and throw a frostbot at her if she jumps. So she's going to do something different this time. So when I wait a beat, she'll leap in and stab me. And I know that's going to happen already. So that's just the way it goes. And I know that if I went for 3 swings this time, I'd get her. But I'm still going to try anyway. Just reading chat. Someone asked, why do they do all of this? And one thing, I will make a video about this, but it's all abstractions and bullshit built on the foundation of there are minorities in the movie and they don't like minorities because they're bigots. And that's it. It never gets more complex than that. It's nothing about honouring the homo who they don't give a shit about. It's nothing about, Christopher Nolan or the adaptations or like the message of the movie or anything like that. It's there's a trans person and a black person in the movie. They don't like that because they're racists, transphobes, and so on. And that's it. Everything else is just built up from that foundation. And I almost respect the ones who are more straightforward about it and are just like, I hate those slurs. It's like they know themselves better than the rest of the people. Like the guy I'm watching who's like making video after video, like, it's still gonna fail. Like, what he's really saying is, I need this to fail because I don't want a movie that has a black person in it to be popular because I'm a racist. And he doesn't even know. Probably he's not conscious of that is his actual feelings, He doesn't even understand why he sort of dislikes the movie, probably. It's just like a gut reaction from a bigot who's barely sentient. Right. Oh, I drank at the wrong time. Not that it matters much. I was right to wait. Didn't quite get it off. Not quite. I keep thinking I can do 2. I can't. I need to go 1 and then heal. I get very greedy at the start of phase 2. See, I don't have time to throw out 2 and then also throw out the frostpot to stop her doing whatever she's doing. And it's always like half a second in there. So I'm like, if I just do it a little faster next time. But no, I need to be more cautious. Shit. Got turned around. I have to block that with a shield, or I just melt. Imagine tiny spiders with pom-poms cheering you on. Ash, for some reason, still, at any time I just deadpan. Oh, by the way, earlier I checked in on the spiders, and they were all doing a synchronized dance. I just need to say that, and she will kick her feet and giggle. Like, she loves it. It's like her favorite joke. I don't even get it. See, my problem is if I'm like, at the start of phase 2, if I'm like heal and refill mana and then block with shield, I don't have time. So I need to just drink and then trust my health bar to get me through there. Oh god, I forgot the buttons. What are the buttons? She didn't go in the air that time. Shit. I think that's us. Don't think we're getting past her. I can only make one more frostbot. The spider news. The spider that I think is secretly a boy has been wandering around all over the cage. And there's a cricket in there and it's unable to catch it. It keeps trying and failing. It's really big now, that one. And the only thing I've ordered some worms, like some grubs for it, because they'll be easier for it to catch because they just sit still and wriggle around. But until then, I'm giving it tiny little flies, which are way too small for it, but it does catch them and eat them. It's just it would need to eat like 20 of them for it to be a meal at this point. So I'm like, okay, you can have a bunch of them until we get you some food, because the crickets just run circles around it. It catches them, but like not reliably. Honestly, pets that you have to that hunt are just too stressful. That's us. Sneaky drink. Oh, she let me off with it. Too slow. I went for 2 again. You can only do 1. It'll sink in eventually. How do you calculate the... You just look at if they're fat or not. See, that's why I need to gender this spider correctly. Because the males and females of the species have different sized abdomens. So, if this one is a female, it's really hungry. If it's a male, it's fed fine. It's just, who knows, you know? You can't flip them over and look at their balls. Should get a nice snail instead. Having to look after anything makes me very stressed. I'm not a good pet owner. At least with a dog, you can just put its food in a bowl. You don't have to, like, trust it to catch it, you know? Early one, eh? Nearly. That was one off. Not too shabby. Better at this fight or lucky. It's, you know, there's not much for me to do here, really. It's just, doing the same sequence of things and hoping the boss sort of relents. There is one item I could go pick up which would boost my damage by 7.5%, I think. Something like that. So we might do that if we end up needing to. Oh shit. Way too fast. Shit. Oh, no good, no good. Cross-backed spider. What's a cross-backed spider? When I was in Australia, I lived in a place that had these enormous hanging orb weavers in the backyard. They were fucking giant, they were. They were really scary. I want to see a cross-backed spider. Oh, cool. Hang on. Vid. Male versus female. Let's have a little look at these. God, I can't tell. I can't fucking tell. I reckon it's male. Let's see, I'm looking at the... Let's see. They're different. It's the shape of the abdomen is annoying. Because it's hard to tell if it's like an underfed female looks kind of like a male. Jesus. Hard to tell. You need to hire a spider expert. Yeah. I need to know if the spider should have womanly calves or male points. I'm going with I think the pacing, males pace more than females because I think they're like, it's like mate-seeking behavior. Oh, fine. Give the spider a Barbie doll and a toy truck and see what it gravitates towards. If you have a very horny girl spider. It's gotta be a male. I say that because I'm like, okay, I saw it eat a few days ago, but its abdomen is still pointed. I never see the males get like fat, round abdomens like the females do. Oh yeah, the pink bow. I forgot about that. What is it? Posey Parker said, women cook and men catch snakes. It's just how it goes. Oh, she dodged. That's really bad. Yep. Piss. It's backing it. Yeah, it actually has a radius around it where it hits harder, and you can back out of that. I wouldn't be able to just stand there and plonk her because it'd do too much damage. What do spiders look like when they bone? I watched it's, you know what? I don't know how people who keep spiders mate them, right? Because you could look after a male and feed it every so often and like look in on its little enclosure and like bond with it, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to introduce you to a female, and there's like a solid like chance that she'll just eat him. Isn't that terrifying? How do they do it? They must be so callous. Do you ever watch that video of hedgehogs having... Draenog, I've asked you to stop sending that to me. Fizzy, that's horrible. I'm out of frostbots. So that's me done. I think we're gonna have to leave Melania for another day. Sadly. Yeah, we can keep the shield on, why not? Very good. Alright, what else is there to do then? Various things. Oh, we could try the what's it? I actually haven't really explored in here very much, have I? In the storehouse. We could do that. I'm fine to have this build. I'll just use this sword for a while. Annoyingly, I think one of our best bets might be Lion's Claw with Melania, because that pancakes her and a couple of them staggers her. Your dude looks vulnerable without the stone slab. I think I can still carry like a great shield. I like this one. It's like a large... medium shield. So we can do this, which hits like an absolute fucking truck. But we have limited goes of it. It's just a good out and about sword, this one. It heals you on kill. What else could we do? Versus Melania. I'm thinking Frosty Great Strauss. It's gonna be, isn't it? Go back to the big shield. Can't, like, the glass cannon build was slightly not canon enough. Hello, Ansback.
It's been some time.
Why are you wearing Moore's clothes?
My soul to you, I had hoped to make a fresh start.
Moore's okay, right?
One thought I could not dislodge from my mind. So, here I am, quite unable to move on. After Lord Moke's slaying at his dynastic palace, it appears his body has been absconded with and taken straight to kind Mikola. Surely you recall that I once served Lord Moog as a pureblood knight, after failing him in every regard and losing sight of my vows. I'd do anything to make amends in whatever meager way I can.
Don't worry about Ansback following Moog, sitting around in the Blood Palace with just all the blood skeletons.
What could they possibly have in mind for Lord Moog's remains? The implications are rather unnerving. What could they... The implication...
Why does Consort Radahn look like Radahn instead of Moog? If it's Radahn's spirit in Moog's body, shouldn't he look like Moog? I've never understood that. Where's my... Yep. There is something wrong with me. I click on this one, switch, and then I go to put this on. And then I do, and then it's replaced my kukris, and I do it every time. Hi there. Oh, we'll be resistant to fire magic. Oh shit. Well, this is probably the worst build for fighting these guys. It's all I do is fire damage. And they're the Fire Knights. See, being out of frost pots is... Oh, shit. Well, alright. Let's go. I want revenge. Alright, fast things fast. Let's go to this snowfield. Because I need the frost things. Jarberg might be good for these. Now where's the... See, the problem is it's like, over there's 500 frost things. Which is probably great when you can run on the horse and grab them. But I can't. Why does Morgott dehorn and shrink when he gets beaten? It's like, alright, here's what he would have looked like, basically. Like, here's him as a regular guy. Omen cast broken. You beat the cast out of him. It might be like a destined death thing, right? Like, okay, as long as... And this isn't gonna work. Have I been down to Jarberg? I have. What I'm gonna go with. Maybe the curse is linked to their, or Marika's, I suppose, ditching destined death. And so when they do die, they sort of lose the curse associated with it. Well, this is no good. Lots of flowers here, but... Can I win without the frost pots? We need to respec back out of this. Alright, what do we need? 48 strength. So we'll go to, well, you know, we'll go 60 strength. Why not? Why not 80? Then we need, oh, cold great stars. It's gonna have to be it, isn't it? She needs 12 decks.
Is it thy
Rebirth me.
now?
Don't know what I need mine for. Why did I go for 16 dexterity? I can't remember. I don't need it though, do I? 80 strength. See, I still need to be able to cast certain things, don't I? And then that's just for whacking. Okay.
Me not, I would birth.
Yeah, okay, hang on. I won't have another look. Just make sure I'm not doing anything wrong. Alright, all that needs is 48 strength. I guess if I want to use these, they're like... We nearly ground slammed her to death, didn't we, funnily enough? Just by jumping on her over and over. That's only 8 dex. I'm happy with that. It's this hammer and this hammer I've been mainly using, isn't it? Okay. Oh, I just ran.
Thou art thou not
I ran, I failed.
now.
I'm not overburdened at the moment. Reset. I'm not resetting because I took 2 steps. I will stand still for an extra 10 seconds after this. I'll do 70. Let me just go grind more levels if we need them. How are you not overburdened? Because I took off my my weapons in anticipation of equipping new weapons. Speaking of, we should probably go do some upgrades. There we are. Restart. Absolutely not. If that happened in a boss fight, I would let the boss kill me, don't worry. We will make no overburdened progress. Hello.
Oh, Smith,
Okay, what do we need? We are up to smithing stone 7s with both of them. And we need 8 of those. Can you walk slower to compensate? No, this is the slowest I can go. Are you all impressed with me for continuing the bit even when we're in here and I have to walk to the merchant on the other side of the thing and it takes forever? You should do a dodge roll in here. I don't think I can do a dodge roll. Can you dodge around in here? Ladies. Is it... How many of these do I need? I forget how it goes. Is it 1, 2, 4, and 6? Right? So that's 20 we need, yeah. Thank you. finger 8547 for the quick maths there. Let's pop a big rune. Because we also need smithing stone 8s, so it's, what is it, 12 each, and we've got 2, so I need 22 of these. Jesus fucking Christ, it's expensive to upgrade stuff, isn't it? I don't want to pop my big Marika's rune. I have to pop even more when I get back over there. If we end up just jumping, just ground slamming over and over, that's going to be really silly. I think it was doing better than the Wiggly Sword run. I'm actually cold. Yeah, I have been sleeping under a single sheet with no duvet in it for ages, and I had to get an extra blanket the other night. I was amazed. Sell. Go on. We love great stars, don't we? It's got to be done. Not going to do the shield, though. For an extra 1 point of guard boost. Hold off on that one. Okay, so let's see. Attack power of skills. And then what? We might be able to get some use out of poise here. Raises attack power after bleed would be good. We could just go physical damage negation, though, to try and survive a little longer. Me and Ash watched Oppenheimer last night, which I had not seen before because I was so sick of Nolan, but I decided to go back. The word bomb in chat reminded me of Oppenheimer, and I liked it for the most part. He needs someone to, he needs there's an issue with this dialogue, man. It's always slightly too over expository. It's either very, or it was Interstellar was really bad for it. Oh shit, my flask is going to be bad now. I need to fix that. I wish I could combine my love of physics with my love for Los Alamos. Yeah, stuff like that, you know? It's just always a little bit too, like, foreshadowing. It's a little too on the nose. You're like, come on, man. You could rewrite that for a less obvious line and it'd be good. Instead of like, oh, God. Poise would be funny. We could make ourselves... Let's try poise. And then there's just all damage negation. And then we just try and like... We could also go Healy. I can still put on Blessings, Boon, and Golden Vow. I think having 2 different poison cruising things is probably pointless. Poise will be poise. It's terrible. This is our Age of Bronze is collapsing, he says, which is... That line is only written like that because historians have termed that era of history the Bronze Age collapse, which just say, oh, civilization's threatened, or things are falling apart, or something like that. Just not so obvious. Just it's too obvious. It was driving me nuts in Interstellar. There's a scene where someone gets criticized for like making a difficult moral choice, and then she is like to the main character, well, maybe someday soon you will be in the position that I was in, and you too will have to make a difficult choice, and we'll see what you do when you're faced with the same thing. I'm like, oh, right, okay, yeah, that's what's happening next, is it? Thanks, Nola. It's like, saying that though, I quite liked Oppenheimer. I liked a fair amount about it. I liked that it wasn't too, like, it didn't let him off the hook too much, and a lot of the flaws in his character were very highlighted. Still a little bit too much forgiven of the dropping of the bomb for my liking, but yeah. I like the scene with Truman. Yeah, Truman and Jimmy Burns on the other chair. It'd be funny to do like that sort of exposition and then have it not happen. There's a really bad one at the end of Oppenheimer where they again bring up the Einstein moment, and the guy's like aide or something who's weirdly hostile towards him throughout the whole process. It's like, have you considered the possibility that they were not in fact talking about you and were talking about something else? And then it shows you the scene in which it is revealed they were talking about something else and not that guy. You're like, fucking hell. These characters are aware they're in a movie. Similarly with Oppenheimer being told, don't alienate everyone. There may come a day when you need their support. Such as... there's going to be a big event called World War II, and post World War II, you are going to be suspected of having communist sympathies or being a spy for the Soviets, and you are going to need the scientific community to rally around you, so you should make as many friends as you can. It was weird, yeah. It's weird that character who could see the future. See, I'll rip into its dialogue all day, but I did enjoy Oppenheimer, and I really liked The Odyssey, even despite that, you know. Alright, let's lose. How long does that boost poise for? Alright then. Come kill me. She gets that off quick. Nothing I can do about that. We're gonna have to jump on her. We're gonna have to jump on her. How's Melania going? That was our first attempt with the second build I've tried. The first one we got within one hit, but I just wasn't feeling it. Okay. We're going to try squashing her. Yeah, I think we're so attuned to strength right now that we probably should just be using heavy weapons. Oh, I can still do flame, grant me strength. Well, this isn't working as good as it did the first time. Go on, let's go for a reset. It's not doing enough damage, is it? Yeah, no. Too slow. Great stars it is. Heavy. Someone beats Ishin without dodging or parrying or blocking. That's crazy. I was like, ah, right, so standing perfectly still. Perfect parry, everything. Nope, apparently not. Alright. I don't need the poise. What would be good here? Probably just stamina recovery speed, isn't it? Right. All we have here, then, is bleed. Oh, this doesn't feel right. Red lumps and rice to have poison healing. I need to see a video of that. I'll do flame grant me strength for some. Well, now. I can't just walk at her all day. She does that really annoying walk away. I hate how she backs off like that. Maybe we go for more stance breaks. You piece of shit. She just, that shit is just so annoying. Nope. She never stance breaks when she's side dashing, really annoyingly. Options. I'm just too much of a target. It's too easy for it to refill. It's difficult. I might have to relax my my ban on forward flipping. The hell you will. Oh, I'm not allowed, am I? Why is that ban even there? Because it's kind of like rolling. Jesus Christ. No chance. You know what we need here? Positioning. If she can back away from me and fly around and everything, I've got no chance. We need to draw her into a corner. You figured it out. Maybe we could spell it to death. So right now we're just fighting to a draw, aren't we? If you get us stuck against the wall, you can get through phase 1 like that. Whatever good it does. She has such high resistances. Shield, dodge, lightning spear. Definitely. I don't know, I think we're stuck here. This is making me want to play Elden Ring again. This is... well, bouncing off Mulaney's completely broken bullshit fight for like hours. She won't dodge it. What's the point of these buffs? She just farts around for so long. Gotta bring her over to the wall. Nope. 12, 12, 12. That's it though, isn't it? Yeah, we gotta do that. We gotta just do that again. Just gotta get back to the door again. Stop going up in the air, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. That's doable. The issue is, when I got her back over to the wall, she just was like, jump and hover in the air. Jump and hover in the air, just over and over again. I just need to lure her to a wall again and get her. So it worked really well in phase 1. There's a new Splatoon game. What is it? What's it called? Tell me about it. I did realize it sounded bad, yeah. We just need to pin her against the wall. Mostly. Hang on. It doesn't sound too great. Yep, fucking hurry up. Stop going up in the air. Oh my god. Jesus. Maybe we don't have to go to the entrance. Maybe just the wall over here I'll do. Splatoon Raiders. I've been looking for something to make me use the Switch 2 again. I've never known how to get around Waterfell. I refuse to deal with it. The only thing I know how to do is when she goes up in the air, throw a frost pot at her, which, to be fair, I don't have any frost pots right now. Which is messing me up. Because if I did, I could stop her from doing that, you know? I don't need that extra drink here, do I? Eh. Ah, she bled. Stay there. Very good. I'm getting better at that. Let's throw a flame cleanse me in there to get rid of the rot buildup, eh? Yes. Oh, I'm starting to think that without frost pots, this isn't going to be doable. The Root Trees Are Dead devs released a new game, The Incident at Galley House. People are liking it, comparing it to overburdened. Oh, really? Holy shit. Let me make a note of that. Incident at G House, which I will absolutely not remember what the G stands for. Thank you, cool guy. I did think that, but I didn't want to say it. I thought, what I remember wasn't that a case of they used AI but then removed it? I thought that's what that was. Fucking waiting out my buffs. She went full bullshit mode there. Piss. Close, eh? Oh, what a cute Rani. That's very good. I like that. Yeah, she went complete bullshit, but that proves it's doable. I'm on it. I think wild strikes should be banned. Why? What's wrong with wild strikes? Cheating. Why is it cheating? It's not the no wild strikes run. It's actually very... Fucking get... You walk forward slowly while casting it. Feel it coming. But I couldn't get it. I couldn't do it. Oh, close. Nice. She always goes up. Always up after the kick. Damn it. Tough if you get rotted. Does she have more? She hypers through several different, like when she's dodging to the side, when she's doing a kick move. It's just certain things she can't be broken out of. We were nearly there though, weren't we? We were only a few hits away. I just need something else to push us over. Is there any way to, like, raise his attack power in vicinity of bleed might do it, you know? Because we're poising, but I'm not sure if the extra poise actually does anything for us, to tell you the truth. Okay. Going up. Nope. Grabbing me. Now she's going up. You bullshitter. Didn't have time to get the rot off. Oh, come on! Ah, that was hard. That was really hard. It's when she dodged into the wall and I thought that was the end of the combo, and then she just sort of flew out of the wall at me. I was like, nah, that's the end. That's done. When you get it low enough, she does the turning into multiple copies of herself and then does a combo at you and then does waterfowl, which is like, that's fucked up, man. I think this is the run. That's no one say this is the run until she's dead. Over here. That was weird. I lost tracking on her, but still got her. I cast the wrong spell. Oh, but I got away with it. By like a frame. Piss. We're getting there. It's just, if she complies in phase 2, by which I mean stays on the fucking ground, it's not too bad. If she spends most of her time in the air or waterfowling, I'm fucked. She does so many moves where she jumps. She does the jump stab, she does the hang before waterfalls, she does the turn into multiple copies of herself, and it's all just time she spent hovering around in the air. Esther. Come on. Get your ass over here. What? Oh, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. You know what fucked me up? You know what got me then? She pulled back into the grab, and then she went past me and up into the air. And I don't understand what happened there. I actually, when she went into a grab, I took my eyes off her to look at my rock bar and what I had equipped and what my spell was. I legit stopped looking at her. Should have chased the flower. No, if I drop my great shield when she is in the flower attack, I melt instantly. It kills me in one hit. This is crazy. What happened then? Did she miss me with the grab, or like did she not do the grab and transition into something else. I need to watch the VOD back of that one. I didn't even see. The grab went past me. That's really crazy. Not quite. Yeah, that exact thing happened. She did it again. I didn't know she could do that. That's crazy, man. That's so wild. Yeah, that's fucked. That would have been a win, that last one. I'm upset about that now. Too relentless. Oh, killer. I should have taken the rot off instead of throwing a bleed knife at her. I think. At least this has probably got a chance of winning this strat. And also doesn't require any resources, which is nice. Maybe if she double flowers, just for a test, we can see what happens if I just stand there whacking at her. But I'm fairly sure I'll just melt instantly.
Hello there.
Good luck, King.
Thank you very much, Prozac Efron. Very good. Is stamina not an issue? Yeah, it's all, everything is. All an issue. She went away too long along the wall there. Oh, an early waterfowl and then a grab. Beautiful. She's being very, very uncooperative, unfortunately. Up again, eh? Nah. Ah. Very, very, very uncooperative phase 2 then. She did exactly what I didn't want her to do at every single step of the way. Peace. That's so harsh. Oh, that one where she missed the grab on me. When she goes into a grab animation, I know, okay, I can't dodge the grab. So she's going to get me. I've got a while when she throws me up in the air. I was like, okay, look at what spell's equipped. Look how much resources you have left. Look at your rot bar. And completely missed that she went past me and did a different move, and I just was not prepared for the switch up. Just drank the wrong pot accidentally. It's good starting one heal down for no reason. Over here. Why didn't you dodge? She made me laugh by not dodging the poison knife, which she always dodges. Okay. Stop resetting. Alright, we'll try it. Might be doable if I got in there better. Haha! It worked. Haha! was worried then. Oh. On-screen celebration. Oh, I don't have anything set for that. Look at that. That's new. Doc Hammer time! Thank you very much. Well, I'm happy with that. Which means we can now get Melania's sword and use its ability to get across that gap, hopefully. Do I need to have the stats to use the sword? Just about one stream to beat one. The thing is, though, right? That's probably the hardest boss in the game. Especially for this build. It's definitely the hardest boss in the game. So we got through that relatively quickly. You gotta use a glitch with the sword. What's the glitch? You probably need to be able to have the stats for it, don't you? So am I going to have to... It's got 48 dex.
Hello there.
That one potion overburdened you.
Okay, we can use it. Bin the bin! Thank you very much for the sub. It looks a bit funky, but didn't seem like a glitch. I just tried to jump up here. Can you imagine? I tried, I didn't actually do it. I'm not gonna have to restart. It is a bit weird to just be holding the blade of it, isn't it? It's got no handle. What do we think of theories that Melania is a repurposed cut Sekiro boss? All right. Well, would you look at that? We're only across. All that, by the way, fighting Melania was to cross that one gap. Which, because the move on this sword is the only thing with enough reach to get us over there. It did work, and it worked first try as well, didn't it? Be really funny to die to something now and not be able to replicate that. Wouldn't it? Like, I can't get it to work again for hours. Ow. I didn't expect that. Oh god, this thing might actually kill me. Why won't you die? There we go. That's hellish. I need another I need like lightning spear or a rock throw on here, don't I? I don't have a long range spell. Okay, there's another jump. It's another long jump. Are we gonna have to do this again? Will this clear it? Oh, just about. Felt like there was an inch in that. Now we just need to reach a grace. This hammer is the most ridiculous looking weapon in the game, in my opinion. It's so silly. There we go. You just keep on keeping on. Now I know there's a way down over there. The sword is... Yeah, that is pretty silly, actually. Ground Slam feels very... Honestly, I think Ground Slam should take into account your weight. Like, the weight of your equipped armor and equipment. That should be like a multiplier. Multiplied by weight. That's what I said on a previous stream. Well, I didn't see you say that, and I have the same opinion as you. There's so many of them. Well, one at a time, please. God. Oh, thank God. Their grabs were coming at all the wrong times then. Oh, thank God for that. This has been the hardest to get to Grace in the run so far. No, you don't. Hehe. Beautiful. Well. What did I do with runes? Oh, I died, didn't I? In a boss room. Did it give me the runes and I died in there? was thinking I didn't level up at all after that boss fight. Let's go get him. Oh, what a nightmare. This was the... I think it didn't take me as long as level 1 Melania, but it felt harder. Just not using summons is so killer, you know. I still can't beat Melania without Mimic. Yeah, I used the Mimic tier the first time. It's so strong. Alright, what am I putting points into? Doesn't matter really, does it? 3 more mines. Just for more butt stumps, why not? Oh, look at that. Very good. Oh. Well, I'm going to end there today. We made progress. Finally. Thanks a lot for tuning in, folks. I'll be back on Wednesday at the regular time. I might be trying out that game by the Root Trees people, assuming that they didn't use AI in it. Only if they didn't use AI in it. Hang around for a minute. We'll raid someone. Who are we going to raid? Let's see. Let's raid Nextlander. Why not? Who are playing Raft. Right. I will. See you next time, folks. Thanks for tuning in.